Hi everyone and welcome to Germany for Student channel. Today is lesson number 27 of A2 level of German language course, and today we are going to talk about Wohin Verben and Wo Verben. Wohin is a question word and also wo is a question word. So whenever we want to ask certain type of questions, we can use wohin and wo. We will get to know about in which situation I have to use wohin question word and in which situation I have to use wo question word. And if I am going to use wohin as a question word, what verbs I can use, and if I use the question word wo, then which verbs I can use. So let's start this lesson. The first question is Wohin stellt das Glas? Where is he putting the glass? Now, we are starting the question with the question word wohin because here in this question we are expecting a movement in the sentence from one place to another place. Then we have to use the question word wohin. Stellt das Glas. Now, whenever we use the question word wohin, we have to use stellen verb and we have to conjugate it according to the subject of sentence. Subject of sentence in this sentence is so stellen becomes stellt. Here we are asking about putting something somewhere. So we use the verb stellen. Wohin stellt das Glas? Stellt das Glas auf den Tisch. He is putting the glass on the table. So in this sentence or in this answer, there is a movement in the sentence. Therefore, we have to use stellen verb and we have to conjugate it according to the subject of sentence. And if we look at the next part of the sentence, er stellt das Glas is the object of the sentence, auf den Tisch. Now, auf is a two-way preposition which acts like accusative in certain situations and acts like dative in certain situations. Whenever there is a movement in the sentence from one place to another, then this auf preposition will act like accusative, and we have to use accusative definite article for the noun that will come after the use of this preposition. So here tish is the noun, which is a masculine noun, and in accusative case the definite article for a masculine noun is den. Therefore we have to use den tisch. Next question is wo steht das Glas? Where does the glass stand? Now, in this sentence, we are asking about the location of glass. So, where is the glass? And we are using now the verb stehen, and we are conjugating it according to the subject das Glas. Now, stehen, we have to use this verb with the question word wo. We cannot use wo stellt das Glas. Whenever we want to use um, movement in the sentence, we have to use wohin, and where we want to simply know about the location of something, then we have to use stehen. Wo steht das Glas? Das Glas steht auf dem Tisch. The glass is on the table or the glass stands on the table. Das Glas is the subject of sentence here, and stehen is conjugated according to das Glas and becomes steht. Now again we are using auf preposition, but here auf will act like a dative preposition because there is no movement in the sentence. We are simply saying, we are simply telling the position or the location of the glass. So the glass is on the table. Therefore, because of absence of movement, auf preposition will act like dative. So we will use definite article for a masculine noun Tisch from the dative case, which is dem. Next example is wohin legt das Buch? Where does he put the book? or where is he putting the book? Legt das Buch neben das Radio. He is putting the book beside the radio. Now, in this sentence, again, there is a movement. Therefore, we have started the question with the question word wohin. Wohin legt das Buch? And in the answer of this, legt das Buch neben das Radio. Now, again, we are using neben as a preposition, which is again a two-way preposition. And because of the movement, this preposition will act like accusative preposition, and we will use das article from the accusative case for a neuter noun radio. Next question is, wo liegt das Buch? Where is the book lying, or where does the book lie? Now, here we are asking about the location of the book. So we cannot use wohin here, and we also cannot use legen verb here. We have to use liegt verb. And what is the difference between stehen and liegen is that if we have to put something in an upright position or in a vertical position, then we use stehen. And if we have to put something on the horizontally, then it will be liegen. So, wohin liegt das Buch? Das Buch liegt neben dem Radio. The book is lying beside the radio. In this sentence, we have used neben dem Radio because there is no movement in this sentence. And because of the absence of movement here, neben will act like a dative preposition, and we have to use dative definite article for a neuter noun Radio. Wohin setzt sich? Where is he going to sit down? Or where does he sit down? Setzt sich auf den Stuhl. He is sitting down on a chair. Here, wohin is again used because we are going to ask something about the movement. Because he is going to sit down, which shows a motion or a movement in the sentence. Therefore, we will use wohin. And whenever we use wohin, then we will use setzen verb. And in the answer, setzt sich auf den Stuhl. Because there is a movement in this sentence, he is sitting down on the stool or on the chair. Therefore, because of this movement, auf preposition will act like accusative, and we will use definite article for a masculine noun Stuhl from the accusative case, which is den. Wo sitzt er? Where does he sit? Now, there is no movement in this sentence. We are simply asking about the location. Where does he sit? Sitzt auf dem Stuhl. He sits on a chair. And in this sentence, there is also no movement. We are simply saying that he sits on a chair. Therefore, we will use the verb sitzen and we will conjugate it according to subject. So it becomes sitzt. And auf is two-way preposition in this sentence. Because of the absence of movement from one position to another, it will act like dative, and we will use definite article for a masculine noun Stuhl from the dative case, which is dem. Now, let's look at some other examples and other verbs which are associated with wohin and wo. Wohin hängt sie ihren Rock? Where is he hanging her skirt? Now, hängen is used with wohin because we are asking for change in the location. Where is she hanging? The skirt maybe was not hanged, and she is hanging it, so there is a movement. Therefore, we will use wohin as a question word. Sie hängt ihren Rock in den Schrank. She is hanging her skirt in the cupboard. Sie hängt ihren Rock. Ihren is used because rock is a masculine noun, and since it is in accusative case, because the rock is used as an object and object is always accusative, so we will use possessive pronoun ending from the accusative case, which is ihren. In den Schrank. In is also a two-way preposition, so Schrank is a masculine noun, which means because of the movement in this sentence, in will act like accusative, and we will use definite article for masculine noun Schrank from the accusative case, which is den. Wo hängt ihren Rock? Where does her skirt hang? Now, in this sentence, it is interesting that we can use hängen verb in both situations. In the earlier examples, we had a different verb. When we had a movement, then we had to use a different verb. And if there was no movement, then we had to use a different verb. But hängen is a verb that we can use in both contexts. And whether there is a movement in this sentence or not will depend on the context. So if we ask for a position of something, then we have to use wo question word, and if there we are expecting a movement in the answer, then we have to use wohin. Ihren Rock hängt im Schrank. Her skirt hangs in the cupboard. Now, in this sentence, there is no movement, therefore, in preposition will act like dative, and for a masculine noun shrank, we will use definite article for masculine noun in dative case, which is dem, and in dem has been converted into im, and we have used this im, the short form of in dem. Wohin fährt er? Where does he travel, or where is he traveling to? Er fährt in die Türkei. He is traveling to Turkey. Again, there is a movement, therefore the question word starts with wohin, and in the answer, the in preposition, which is a two-way preposition, will act like accusative, and for die Türkei, we will use the definite article for an accusative case for a feminine noun Türkei, so die will remain die. Wo lebt er? Where does he live? In this sentence, we are asking about his location, and therefore we have started the question with the question word wo, and in the answer, er lebt in der Türkei. He lives in Turkey. In this sentence, there is no movement, therefore in der Türkei, because in will act like dative preposition, and here we have to use definite article for a feminine noun Türkei from the dative case, which is der. Wohin geht die Katze? Where does the cat go? Or where is the cat going? Die Katze geht vor die Tür. The cat is going in front of the door. Here in this sentence, for is a two-way preposition, and it will act like accusative in this case because cat is moving or cat is going in front of the door. Therefore, we have to use a definite article die for the feminine noun Tour from the accusative case. Wo steht die Katze? Where does the cat stand? Now, in this sentence, there is no movement. We are simply asking where does the cat stand? And when the cat stand, then there is no movement. So we start the question with the question word wo, and we use the verb stehen. In the answer, die Katze steht vor der Tür. The cat stands in front of the door. Again, there is no movement. We are just telling the position or the location of the cat, which is in front of the door. Therefore, the for preposition will act like dative, and we will use the definite article for feminine noun in dative case, which is there. So these were the verbs and the question words. I hope that it's clear to you now. You are able to now identify in which case we have to use wohin and in which case we have to use wo. And if we are using wohin, then what verb is associated with this question word, and if we are using the question word wo, then what verbs are associated with them. And you will be able to also identify whether the two-way preposition is acting like accusative or dative. So in this lesson, we have learned a lot of things. I hope that it will help you in further lessons also. Uh, if you have any questions, put them in the comment, and uh, see you in the next lesson. Thank you. Bye.